Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Tier 2 race at Mexico today. Sorry we had a bit of a delay and some technical issues on the side. But yeah, with me in the comms boxes this afternoon is Cameron. Cameron, welcome.
Hello everyone, welcome to Mexico. Hello, good evening everyone.
I just want to make sure that the stream is up and running and that the sound is all good as well.
I'll open that to and check. But if it is up and running, if you're wondering why we are 4 minutes left in Q1, we've had a bit of an issue trying to start up the lobby and get everyone in, but it is now sorted and qualifying is going.
Yeah, okay, so the sound check we all sorted with that, so we yeah, it looks like we actually missed the whole Q1 session here.
Yeah, but from what it seems, there's only 15 drivers here, so no one will get eliminated. So everyone's just doing a lap on tires they're gonna just hand back to the factory. So
yeah, and as I suspected when I'm just looking at the bottom two guys, Sims and RZDV, I suspected that there was a different tire compound that was used, and I see that Sims was on the intermediate and RZTV on the full wet tire, so those guys saving up some soft tires, I presume.
I think that's good decision there. Is that the two Alpines that have in that? So I think the two Alpines deciding to save a set of dry tires for later sessions. Fine.
Yes, also I don't know what the situation is with the weather. I'm sure we'll get some feedback.
I actually do have the weather update here.
Okay, that's good.
So towards the end of quali, it might start raining, and but it might be clear for quali. But during the race, there is definitely light rain.
Oh, so we might get some rain in the race as well.
Oh yeah, and Mexico in the rain is quite a tricky track. That's for sure.
Yeah, it can bite you in the backside very quickly, especially in Sector 2, those S-bends that you go through before you enter
your
the
line changes
section.
Quite dramatically with those S's in the
rain. And also touching those curbs, I've seen the curbs on those S-bends, they are not a friend as well, so
they are not very friendly. And yeah, for those of you that are new to the stream, welcome to DRS, and we're gonna have a good race here for us. And I think around Mexico we should see a lot of overtaking action, especially in these F1 games.
Yeah, I think Sector 1, that's going to be your best bet for a lot of overtakes on this long straight.
Basically, two straights joined by a chicane in Sector 1 that leads to some great overtaking opportunities.
Yeah, I think everyone that watched the actual race last week at Mexico saw that overtaking opportunities, there is a lot on the main straight here, because the DRS is so powerful that you can gain a lot of speed sitting in some lanes.
If you've also watched the race in real life, when was it, last week you said? Yes, of course.
Yeah.
The start of the race is going to be quite chaotic because of onboard work. Who was it?
Shakes.
By Zorzo or Shakes? Hitting the wall, I think.
Yeah, Shakes just got a bit out of shape there.
Yeah.
So
was it Shakes that hit the wall? Was there wing damage?
The thing is, Shakes is actually, he's got 30 seconds to start his lap, otherwise he's not going to go through. So that's why he's cutting the corners.
But he should make it quite comfortably here. I think we just need him to put a lap in. So actually, RZDV might be in danger here.
Yeah, because of the wet tire that he went on.
Yeah.
And I don't think that he thought that there were other guys.
People were going to join.
Yeah.
So that's just an unfortunate chain of events for RZDV, but anything could happen around the lap at Mexico as he goes through turn 1, hits the apex nicely, turns left to hit the second apex, completes the chicane, runs down towards the end of Sector 1, We'll see if he's got a good time here. That's 28.6, good sector 1 time. And he's purple, so RZDV won't be in danger here. And
Shakes doesn't actually have to push that hard to...
no.
He can go a little bit slower on a soft pace, and he will still be in 18s, 19s, and that will still get him through.
Yeah, no, he cleverly lifts off to make sure his lap's not invalid. Still goes purple with that lift off through the S's, so you can tell these guys really weren't pushing.
So to all the guys that are joining us as well this afternoon, we started 2 hours earlier so that the guys can actually watch the actual F1 race this evening, which actually starts with our usual time. So there was gonna be a clash of times there, so that's why we actually started a bit earlier today.
Yeah, and I think as we suspected, I'm just scrolling down here, unfortunately RZDV does get knocked out by the late arrival of Shakes.
Yeah.
So
and also Saki not going through, looks like he didn't post the time, so he joined the session but didn't have any time to go out for a lap.
yeah, I saw Saki joined, I think, as the session ended with about 5 seconds left.
Yeah, so Saki will probably throw one of those hard tires on there. I think that's usually what he does. That's Saki's strategy. If he starts at the back somewhere, he puts on a hard tire and he sees how far he can push it through.
Yep. And I think there is the link. Awesome.
Oh, and there the rain starts. I see there's a few
And
drops in
there's
the
the
air.
rain.
So now the guys are going to have to go out quickly on a set of soft tires
And
here.
it's not very often you do see rain in Mexico City. It's pretty much situated in a desert, so
Spizozo, he's pulling the trigger first on those soft tires, so
yep. He's trying to get a lap done as fast as he can. This might actually get him safely through.
yeah, it just depends on how quickly the rain starts to fall and how wet the track gets.
The issue is here, if he manages to complete a lap on those softs, he will have to take those softs into the race.
Yeah, that is also true. Some good information there from you, Cam. Even though the other guys might go onto the wet tires, and they will be, for example, P5, P6, they will have free choice if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, free tire choice and fresher tires.
Yeah,
so
so
it's a bit of a lose-lose, win-win depending on how you look at it.
win-lose situation for Spizoz, because he was first to pull the trigger, which is actually good to get the best track position and track conditions, but like you say,
I think I see the rain coming down a little bit harder now as well on board with Spizoz. I wonder if he's actually going to get a lap done before it actually starts.
So he goes through, he's going to continue with his lap.
Ready, Ron? You want to sit on board here with Spizoz as he goes through?
We're sitting on with him, so if you want to take us through this lap, Cam,
Yep. And another beautiful lap around this beautiful track. Blasting down the long straight, you're going to brake early to hit the inside apex, make sure you don't understeer for the middle part of the chicane. Wallops the orange sausage curb, it doesn't throw him off though. Nice first sector, he'll be purple because he's the first one setting a lap. Goes a bit wide through this section, I think the track is starting to get quite slippery. And Kenty G has been disqualified?
Yeah, I saw him standing right next to the track there in Sector 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
and now's the really tricky bit. We start the S's in the rain on dry tires. Let's see if anything happens to Spizozo. Takes it very cleanly. Good racing from Spizozo here. And he should be cleanly through here. As long as he doesn't overshoot his brakes through stadium section. He does go a little bit wide.
Not too bad. Let's just understeer because the track's getting a little bit wet, I think.
Don't drift it around the final corner, and it's a good lap from Spizozo.
So let's see, I think J-Boy up next. Let's see if he's gonna beat that time. And he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. And I think now comes the Red Bull.
Christopher.
Very good lap from Christopher. And I see the guys towards the middle are starting to struggle. I think there's a Ferrari in the wall. Vane has retired.
Yeah, by the S-Bends. Yeah, in the S-Bends, as we suspected.
Yeah, and Chicken Wing as well. I'm on board with Chicken Wing. It's currently at the back of a giant train of people coming through Sector 2. And he is backed off completely here. I think he's scared of the weather situation. It is looking quite wet.
Yeah, I think the times are starting to get a little bit slower now. Zubair putting a 1:19.8.
And Sims, I think, pulling over to allow people to come through for the laps.
Ooh, Spizozo lost it at the S-Bends, the exit just before the DRS zone.
Dear.
Lost it probably on the exit and hit the inside wall. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
And just more information if you go on board to Sims quick for the stream.
Oh, he's got a puncher.
I think he ran over a bit of debris.
Yeah, and I think it was exactly there where Spizozo hit the wall.
It was either with Spizozo or Chalks and Pickerback.
So Sim's actually losing out of this because the track's going to get worse now, and he was on a... But also maybe not too worse because he might get a free tyre choice if he...
And I think Gearbox actually going for another lap here. No, it was slower. And I wonder if he's going to come in on an in-lap now.
Let's see. So Clem's actually invalidated as he's going to pass the line now, so he's going to go for another one.
Just looking at the start-finish line, someone has left a tyre on track. Please do collect it at the end of the session. That is not good for the races that are still in the session.
So I see there's just 3 guys out on track. It looks like it claims dive bomb, and it looks like an Alfa Romeo, so that might be Zubair.
And we've actually got people coming out on dry tyres again.
So it's just light rain, that there's no need for intermediates.
And I think we should give our esports representative some screen time when he's doing his outlap here, just to see what the conditions look like on board right.
Just sitting with Clems here going through the S-Bends, just to see how gingerly it takes it, not to lose it. And it's just this bend here where Spizozo actually lost it on the exit.
I actually think Spizozo was on his in-laps because he had a pretty safe time first.
Yeah, a 19.1, which is actually in P2.
I think everyone up till at Montgomery should be safe.
Okay, so Clem's coming into the last corner now, trying to get the traction down on the track.
Yeah, he gets the power down nicely.
24 flat, that is, he's going to struggle.
And yeah, I think I am correct. The track does seem to be getting wet. So I think at Montgomery should just be safe with that 21.9. But we should be seeing some inters runners as Sims is struggling to put the power down.
Yeah, he's going to struggle to get these mediums up to 10 now.
Yeah. Oh, and he nearly enters the pit lane. As is this a next lap is invalid, I see. Oh, Sims is still weaving.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get heat into those tyres.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that if I was in such conditions.
So yeah, Chicken Wing up on the main straight. DR is wide
Ron,
open.
Why don't you take us through a lap of
so we're
Wing
sitting with Chicken Wing here to see how he maneuvers through this wet Mexico track. Runs a bit deep into turn 1, you can see.
Not a bad line, you can get away with it.
Yeah, and he's staying away from the curbs. DR is still wide open, so DRS is still enabled. So the track is not wet enough for intermediates. Oh, and he runs a bit wide, misses the apex, clips the next one very nicely. But you can see under acceleration there is no grip. So let's see if Chicken Wing can actually show us how to maneuver
dive bomb is retired.
Ooh, and Chicken Wing loses it. Viliki, almost.
Oh, it's on! The Viliki's on!
Yes, that was nearly Viliki off for him.
Ew.
But yeah,
And,
those air spins in the rain is...
I think, lucky for Chicken Wing, he lost it before the really dangerous part of the S's.
Okay,
I think if he was one corner later, that wheel would have not stayed on the car.
Yeah, he would have probably picked that wheel up in the next race, I think, which is Brazil.
And so far, it looks like Sims' lap, his next lap here is not invalid, so I don't know if you want to ride on board with Sims.
Yeah, sitting with him now, so I'm just
I think he's got temperature in those tires. It seems to be dripping as I nearly...
As you say that, he nearly puts it in the wall.
Yeah. And J-Boy retires in the pit lane. DRS is disabled, so it is now wet weather.
So now he's also not going to gain on the straights because he's not going to be able to open up his DRS.
But there's only one more straight left for him, the little short straight in sector 2 and 3.
Okay, so let's see if Sims can make it through these air-spins here.
Oh, and he nearly goes over the grass there. Good save.
Luckily not invalidated.
Yeah. And this is the most important part of the circuit. He takes it well.
But I don't think he's going to improve on these lap times here.
It should be maybe a high 120. Because now he invalidates going wide.
Yeah. Invalidates as well, so yeah, that is...
not having any of it. I think he's going to go put on some inters and try again. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. And we got a McLaren. I think it's Ahmad still running. I think this is just to practice how the inters feel, because Ahmad should be safe at 21.9. And very, very gingerly on the accelerator through the S's. And I think I'm just seeing here, I think Ahmad is actually riding with no assist, because he locked up going into one of the corners.
Yeah, we'll quickly have a look now as he goes up the main straight to turn 1. It looks like he's diving into the pit, so he's not happy on those inters.
And if my eyes do not deceive me, KFC has entered the track once more.
And this time on an intermediate, so he opted to get rid of those sticks.
Yeah, and he is still understeering on the inters. I think he's got a dry setup on.
But the thing is as well, so he should actually just put up a time.
Yes.
Because if he just puts up a time, he will go through to Q3, because most of the guys
have crashed.
They have crashed out, yeah.
And Chicken Wing, not the best. He nearly hits a tire in the middle of the road. Not the best of wet weather runners, as we've seen in the past. Not even near middle of the pack. So he needs to try and improve his wet weather racing. And here he comes to start his lap. We'll sit on board with KFC.
Yeah, sitting with him. So let's see if he can hopefully manage to get a clean lap in this time round.
I wish we had a wheel counter, because I think I've seen about 2 on Chicken Wing's outlap. And here he comes towards turn 1, brakes nice and early, just to make the apex. Very sensible through the chicane. He doesn't get on the power too harshly. It's a good lap so far. He's definitely improved his technique on the accelerator in the wets, but he misses his braking point completely there. And goes wide.
Luckily no invalidation as yet, so...
And I think he's just been offset for about 3 corners because of that one mistake in his braking point. So he's lost a lot of time there. He wants to not hit the next couple of curbs. Yeah, he avoids the curbs nicely. Avoid this one, hit this one, hit this one. Yep, he does well. And just make sure you don't invalidate under braking here. He misses his braking point again. This is the apex. And turns in nicely for Stadium. Yeah, looks like a good lap from Chicken Wing in the rain.
But you can see the car's understeering badly mid corners for him. Yeah, so that puts him P8. So he will at this stage go through to Q3. I think that will also be the first time that we will see Chicken Wing in Q3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And Sims as well, currently on his flying lap.
Yeah,
we'll see if he can best Chicken Wing.
Yeah, he should also just put up a time, then Sims will go through as well.
And a nice green helmet from Sims to match those green inters.
I was just
Sims as
watching
well,
the same
running
thing
with
now.
yeah, purple sector from Sims in the rain. Inters. Interesting. I wonder if that was just a glitch or if this is actually a stonker.
No, I think that might just have been his personal best.
Yep, and a good lap from Sims. And Sims will definitely be through. Quaz still has to put on a lap, I think. Does Quaz have a quali ban or anything?
I think Quaz has got a quali ban, that's why he is not going out. I think that was the situation with him.
Oh, Chicken Wing nearly loses his wheel coming into the pits. About 2 corners before in stadium section. Oh dear. And the Tyre mechanics are going to be charging Chicken Wing for extra pairs of underwear for the entire pit crew.
Well, if it's not the underwear they need you charging for, it's going to be the spare parts on the car.
Yeah, because as we know, rear wing probably costs you about 50k these days.
Yeah, that we actually saw now, and I see that Vettel said the front wing might cost you 25k, so...
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Max says a bit less FIFA points tonight for him, unfortunately.
I see Mr. Patman joining us as well. He says that's a lekker spicy chicken wing. Yeah, that was a hot and spicy wing going into the wall there.
And Sims' car nearly goes sideways across the line there.
Yeah, at least we've got some viewers. We've got 7 viewers at this stage. Yeah, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining and watching the stream this afternoon.
Yep, the stream is a bit earlier, as we've mentioned before, because of the real life race. That's why we are currently at 5:30.
Yeah, 5:30 South African time. So, guys falling out. Spazzoso, he lost the wheel in the S-Bane section, sector 2. So that's for him. Pat the same. He actually lost it in the pit lane. He said. Chalks, Pakavane, Kuwaz, and Kinti. All of them not making it through, and Mr. Chicken Wing representing in Q3. The guys are going to have to pull up their socks to try and beat his time now, I think.
And we'll have a look now at all the retirees from that session.
Oh, and the weather looks a bit murkier now than what it was in Q2. I think this is going to be...
This might be there, yeah. There are puddles currently on track.
Yeah, so that is...
Those are full wets weather.
So Q3, not what we wanted. We actually wanted these guys to be on a soft tyre, giving it everything that they can, so we can see what these guys would.
However, I am a big fan of qualifying in the wet. So is my teammate Punkies in Tier 1.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys there. I'm not a fan on the wet, so
it's a different cup of tea in the wet, as I like to say. It's more of a siloing, no, not roadblocks.
So Chicken Wing not hanging back, he's first out on track.
And I think he knows that usually the first runner gets some extra stream time. And yeah, there he is, our eSport representative making his way around his outlap.
Yeah, so Clem's hanging in the pits, the same for Up Magosi, Direbomb and Sims. I see that Sims might be coming out now.
And our wet weather specialist Hubert is actually pulling back a bit to let these guys go through. I think Zubair's just trying to get a dry line ahead of him.
Yeah, but I see some of the guys are actually going very slow on the outlap, which I don't think is the best thing to do.
No, you need temperature in these tires.
Yeah.
But yeah, smart move from Zubair, because there is actually a slight dry line forming already on these outlaps.
Yeah, so what you actually want to do in this situation is you buy fuel for like 5-6 laps and you give it beans just to get some temperature into the tires and try. Oh, and he
chicken wing is in the pit lane!
Oh, like a chicken! Oh my goodness, there's our entertainment. And he loses it again! He's gonna get DQ'd now if he...
No, he's recovered,
Yeah, so let's just get back to the action. So it was actually Clem's... No, it was Christopher Avis out on track then after chicken wing. So let's sit with Christopher here. Let's have a look at the sector times coming up to the end of sector 1.
We're going to see some slower sectors here from the first two qualifying sessions.
31.4 for...
I'll tell you what J-Boy does. 31.8.
So he's 4 tenths down already in sector 1.
32.2 from Zubair. Where the specialist seems to be struggling in sector 1. And J-Boy actually seems to be picking up quite a bit of ground on Christopher here, but we'll have a look. Looks good from Christopher through the S's. I think Shakes is actually going fastest out of these 4 guys currently. They're about to cross the line. Let's see what Christopher does. 128.7.
Cam, just give me 1 minute, then I'm going to be back with you just now.
Cool. I'll keep the guys entertained in the stream at home. And out of the 4 first runners, Christopher does. Oh, and then I think Chicken Wing is out. Chicken Wing is out, and not only does he need to get extra pairs of underwear for himself, he needs gums replacement and a new wheel. So unfortunately for our Chicken Wing fans, he will be starting probably from towards the back since he's probably tired. And yeah, we've got Clems now coming across the line. 130.6 for Clems. And we've got Dive Bomb here, championship leader, slowest currently in the rain. He doesn't seem to have a wet weather setup on for the time being. And as Dive Bomb comes through the long straight, Ahmad Ghazi on his outlap. And Ahmad Ghazi taking a gamble and going onto Inters. I'm not sure if that's the correct decision.
Yeah, sorry Cam, back again.
Yep.
Am I seeing the...
Yes,
oh my goodness, Mr. Chicken Wing.
Really
disappointing. Thought he was going to put up a full lap here this evening. And he disappoints me.
Only pole that he put up was a suspension arm in a place I'm not allowed to.
So they're going to have to phone the gynae for him.
Yeah, exactly, just to remove that. And very strange things we're seeing here. Our wet weather specialist currently in 5th, and championship leader Dive Bomb is in 7th. So yeah,
again, we don't know what setups the guys are running. If they're running a wet setup, dry setup, we don't know. So it is going to be difficult to judge their times.
But I am seeing now I'm on board with Zubair that is a dry setup. He is firmly planted to the field.
Where I think Christopher might have a wet setup because he's done a very quick time there.
Yep, and of course I think there is rain during the race as well.
Yeah, so the Dive-Bomb moving up to P4 with a 29.6. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I think there's just temperature coming into those tyres now.
But Dive-Bomb's car is actually quite high up. I think he is on a wet lap.
Just trying to see who we've got next in line. Is that Shakes? He actually validated. J-Boy coming up. Yeah, he's running a bit slow as well.
I think Shakes is peeling into the pits. Yep.
Yeah, so
J-Boy's coming across the line.
Okay, Super also invalidated. So Dive-Bomb actually almost, and he cuts the corner there. He was actually on par with his best lap. I just want to... So Upmagozi is actually on a intermediate.
Yeah, I spotted that as well. I do not think that's the correct choice of tyre right now.
I see that Sims has also selected the intermediate, the same for Christopher.
There are puddles, but only on the outside of the track, so it is drying, but look at Atmark, he's just understeering and not making the corners.
Yeah, not hitting the apex, and that just takes him so wide, so...
Oh, and there he goes around.
Yep, nearly into the wall,
and
but he saves it.
And those lock brakes come in handy, eh? Holds L2 and that car goes still. Luckily for Atmark, he still has a win.
So Christopher Avis in the stadium section, he's going to start his hot lap on the intermediate. So I just want to sit with him and see. But I see most of the guys changing over to inters, so I think this might be the change of conditions now.
Yeah. And here starts Chris, currently on pole. But if it is inters weathers, we'll see the times drop down just by maybe a second or two.
Yeah, we'll see sector 1, what's going to happen there, if he's going to drop in his times.
And if I was Shakes, I'd just stick behind the Red Bull and use him for maybe slipstream.
Yeah, get a bit of a reference as well from him. Yeah, and he's up by almost half a second.
So he will improve by maybe about a second towards the end of the lap.
Yeah, I just ran a bit deep into that chicane there, compromised his exit.
So currently the only two that haven't changed onto inters are Zubair and J-Boy, but I think they are about to do that.
Christopher nearly invalidated in the S-Pen section there.
And keeps it straight, which is what you need in the
1.5 seconds quicker, so yeah, intermediates, so that's the way to go now.
Oh, and he invalidates. Yeah. I saw that coming from a mile away. He missed his braking point when he went deep. And he's got enough fuel, so...
Yeah, and his tyres are up to temp as well now, so...
So keep an eye on Shakes. I think Shakes is a bit too far back.
No, so it also looks like Shakes is a bit brave in the rain, no helmet. That is a very brave call from him as well.
And yeah, it seems that the Mercedes engineers and safety representatives don't feel that a helmet is necessary.
If you can cheat with a DRS wing being open too wide, I'm sure you can drive without a helmet as well.
Exactly, you know, maybe 5 or 4 kg saved there, maybe about 100 gain, anything to get time from the Mercedes garage.
So it looks like Shakes is catching up a little bit to Christopher on track. So sector time, I think that Shakes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that he was going to get dirty air through the S's here, which is what you don't need. And he goes wide and he doesn't invalidate.
Nearly
that
invalidates.
Looked like all four. That looked like all 4 Christopher.
And he's up by almost 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Shakes.
he went purple. And he does stadium nicely, but he's got a few cars in his way here. Let's just make sure they don't...
So Christopher coming up first over the line.
26 all the way to the right. Good lap from Shakes.
Oh, that is close between Shakes and Christopher.
Yep. And I think Shakes is going again because he hasn't let off the throttle and he's using Atmog for slipstream. So he should go purple in sector 1 here, Shakes. He's just going to use the McLaren here again. It's a convenient slipstream for the Mercedes.
But I think in those S-bend sections that McLaren's going to be in the way.
That McLaren is... Oh no, that McLaren's impeded the lap there.
Yeah. But he was also on his own lap, and Sims puts up a 125.7.
However, he is on 3-lap old inters, so I don't know, I think he might have been on an end lap as well. So, Sims going quite a bit faster there.
Okay, so I just want to see, so next up we're going to have Christopher. Let's see if he's going to, it looks like he's up on his time as well, purple sector 2.
So yeah, Christopher coming towards the final bend. Long right, make sure she doesn't go sideways. Oh, not
P2.
enough. Just not enough.
Shakes doesn't improve, so he stays...
So J-Boy coming across the line, he improves but doesn't go higher.
Zube up next, let's see.
Yeah. The wet weather runner. Let's see what he can do.
A little bit of oversteer there on the exit. And he jumps J-Boy.
Yeah, he does jump J-Boy. Still not the I think he is running a dry setup, and here comes a thing.
Sims was actually up by almost 3/10 and he invalidated.
And he's invalid.
Yeah, on in the stadium section.
And so did championship leader Dive Bomb as well.
Yeah, I
he's
see.
also invalid.
And the same for Clems.
So that will round off qualify.
And Clems loses it.
Oh!
Ooh, almost Viliki
How has
off.
he got a wheel? How has he not retired?
Yeah, I can only imagine the Welsh swear words coming out of his mouth now.
Yeah. All the dragons' names being chucked across his living room. I would not like to be there. And
but yeah, this was a very, very interesting quali session, mostly between 3 guys, swapping and changing the whole time.
Yep. Sims, Christopher, and Shakes. There they are.
But Sims coming out on top. So yeah, it doesn't look like Clems actually put a time up on the inters.
No.
No, he did not.
That is quite strange. I don't think he was quite paying attention to the change in weather.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, at Margosi not getting the wet weather running correct, and same with our esport driver Chicken Wing.
Yeah, unfortunately I was not there to see that, but yeah, he lost a few items, I was told.
Yep. He lost his gums and definitely needs a trip to the gynae after that accident. And strangely enough, it seems to be dry, but I think the weather's turning after about 30 minutes. What I've seen from my news updates, weather updates.
Yeah, I think Pat also gave us some info there to say that we might get some rain during the race. So it also depends on how far in the race. If it's going to be like 10 laps into the race, you might as well go for the option on a soft tire.
Yeah.
And try and push that first stint.
Or maybe if you think it's coming a bit later, play it safe and just sit back on the mediums and save a pit stop.
But like you're saying now, so only Shakes, he's on a medium, Pickavane and RZDV. The rest of the field are on soft tires, and like I said in Q1, what Saki was going to do, that he did.
However, I don't know if that's the right decision because, and 2 people and Clems and Dive Bomb. But that's strange, they're separated by 2 grid places. I wonder why they were... That was an RZDV disqualified.
Yeah, he was actually standing still just before the first chicane on the main straight.
I know he's been having wheel issues. I don't know, maybe if he's got a technical problem, his throttle's not working. But that's strange to see as well. He didn't hit anyone there.
Yeah, so I think beginning of the race, Shakes might be a sitting duck with the soft tire guys behind him. He might lose a few places.
And I think Saki's actually gone for the wrong strategy. It's going to start raining quite soon.
Yeah, so
Maybe
if
the
I was
mediums would have
Saki,
been smart.
yeah, mediums would have been the better choice if you
So
wanted to go
I
long.
think the two people sitting in a very good spot here are Flickervane and Azadivi.
And Shakes as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if the rain comes sooner, it will play
but
into the hands of Simpson.
The pit stop strategy on my side just shows that it's a clear race.
I'll have a look again at the weather and I'll let you know exactly what it is. I'll put it here.
So yeah, the two Ferraris, they're going to be line astern as well.
So it's only one block of rain. One block of light rain at 30 minutes and then it clears up after 15 minutes again. So I think you could maybe stick on the soft tires and go through the rain without changing.
So I'm not sure if someone is hanging in the lobby.
No, but we need the lights to come on. And as per usual, I'll be on board with Chicken Wing in the middle of the pack. I think we'll need to move the lights.
Yeah, I think someone is hanging in the lobby. I think that's the issue there. That's why we're not getting the lights.
I'll just put the position changes and all of that now while we wait for the lights.
I see that Shake says it's Pakavane that's hanging.
Oh dear, the one currently not having the best times.
Yeah, so that is Pakavane hanging. So hopefully someone does tell him that he missed.
And I'm just looking here, Chicken Wing actually has a good run down to turn 1 here. There we go. I think, and blue.
Yeah, so the lights are on. Looks like we're gonna. Oh, so Kenty left the session. Pakavane left the session.
As well. Yep.
Yeah,
I'll have to watch it from the stream.
Actually, a few guys.
Oh dear.
Oh, there's a bit of bumping and barging into turn 1. Pat already into the wall.
I actually wonder how many people got kicked out of the game. I was part of.
And we've got a virtual safety car.
Okay, at least that'll help people get back in if.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't allow me to send invites as well. It's just giving me an error. So.
And I have to come back in, and I think I've got an invite. So I should be back in. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this game has not been the most optimized piece of technology for the past month or two. And hopefully we always ask Codemasters to optimize the game instead of focusing on new additions, but it doesn't seem to happen.
Yeah, so the virtual's still out.
Yeah. Invite can no longer be used. Okay, I can use... No, this invite can no longer... I can't use any of the invites. So, I don't know if I'll be able to join back. I might have to commentate from just watching the stream.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the guys to see who can send some invites. But it looked like when I was having a look. So it was Pakavane, Quaz, and Kenty that got kicked from the session.
Yep. I didn't get kicked, I got blue screen. My game completely crashed on me and I got sent all the way back out to the home screen. So that was the first time I've ever seen that happen to me.
So it looks like Christopher's got past Sims
Yeah.
I'm not sure where that happened.
And is the race currently back? Yeah, it is. There's no VSC. And there's still a lot of yellow flags happening, I see, but looks like it's cleared up now.
So Shake's hanging in there as well. Oh, and RZDV retired from the session in the last corner. Looks like he lost it on the exit.
And I think, has Kenty managed to join back? I don't think they have.
No.
There's a gap forming from Clems to Kenty, and I think those three are currently out still. Oh no, Pat's left. Yeah, I think Pat's retired though.
Yeah, he actually retired from the session. Yeah, so this is a bit of a stuff up here because my system allows me not to send invites here. Yeah, so I actually can't send invites.
Well, I think if that's the case, I might just leave you to do the race. We'll give the audience a Ruan special.
No, that's all good. That's all good.
And yeah, you can handle yourself. Yeah.
I've learned from the best. I've learned from the best. Yeah. No, but it's all good now. But thanks again for joining me.
Yeah, no problem, Ron.
We'll make a plan again next week. But we will see each other tomorrow evening on the track.
Exactly. And,
hopefully on a dry track.
Not to jinx it, but I'm pretty good around here. Pretty good. I wouldn't say very good.
So that predicts that we're going to have some good racing. So that's all we need.
Very good racing. And you and I have actually been having some good races recently. I know in Russia you did a bit of a sneaky move past me there. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen at home, enjoy the rest of the race. And at least you've still got one commentator in.
Yeah,
so
no, all good.
I'll see everyone tomorrow.
Yeah,
Cheers.
that's good. Cheers, Cam. And yeah, as Cameron leaves us here, we've got Shakes. We lost it in the S-Bends, full safety car out here. There's the Mercedes of Shakes. So the guys are gonna form up again here. Yeah, so we're just trying to see. It looks like the guys are having a chat about the lobby that's not being cooperative with us this evening. Chicken Wing up all the way to P6. That is great from him as well. Yeah, Shakes, unfortunately, see that you say you had side pod damage from a collision on lap 1, and that probably affected your downforce in that sector 2 section. So yeah. Okay, so it does sound like they have decided, because we've got Kenty Quaz, Pakavane. There was a few guys that got kicked. So yeah, looks like they are deciding maybe to rerun the race at 9 o'clock after the F1 race.